Hello students, welcome back to maths class. So we are dealing with the limits, right? So within 2 classes we will complete our limits, okay? So now come to the problems. So 4 problems are there. So first observe, compute limit x tends to 0 log e 1 plus 5x x. Actually this is called base e, log of 1 plus 5x by x, base e. Problem we have to find, compute, right? Sometimes they will ask compute this limit, sometimes find, both are same. So now come to the first question. What is that? Limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus 5x by x base e. So in fourth method we solved some problems by using standard result. Standard results means some standard formulae in limits, right? So already derived formulas, just we will take them as standard formulas, right? So in that log formula is there. What is that? Limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus x by x base e is equal to 1. That means here this value, this value, this. These three must be same. Then we can apply this formula, one standard formula of limit. Whenever log is there, right? So mostly we will use this standard formula in limits. Okay, so now if you observe the problem, here 5x is there, here x is there. So downwards we want 5, isn't it? So again it is a formula, not always it should be x. Instead of x we can have any value, it is general term. Okay, log is common, log must be there, right? And base e must be there, but wherever x is there, it is general term in the formulae. Instead of that x, we can have any value, 5x, 6x, 10x, like that we can have any value. Okay, instead of x, theta also we can have. So here instead of x we are having 5x, so downwards also 5x must be there. So how we will get downwards 5x means if we divide it we will get 5x, but in mathematics we have to multiply and divide, we can't do only divide alone, right? So come on, we can write this as limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus 5x by x multiplying and dividing with 5. Okay, so we don't want this 5 now. So you take this 5 outside of your limit, then you send, okay, we can write like this. Afterwards we will take it according to our formula. So we don't want this 5, it is a letter. Is it letter? So it is a constant, it is a number, it is a constant. We can write constants outside, right? So we can write 5 limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus 5x by 5x. Okay, and what I said, this also must be same, right? So if x value tends to 0, x value is equals to 0, something into 0 is 0 only. So we can write 5x tends to 0, then also it makes no difference, right? So we can write this as limit 5x tends to 0 log of, come on, 1 plus 5x by 5x base e. Now exactly in your formula form, isn't it? So 5 into 1 is equal to 5 is the answer. So if you know that formula, you can within seconds you can adjust your question according to that formula and you will get answer. 1 second problem, isn't it? If we don't know the formula, we can't solve it. So that's why practice the formulas also perfectly. Okay, so next come to the second question. What is your second question? Limit x tends to 0 1 minus cos mx divided by 1 minus cos nx. Okay, so now come to trigonometry. There is one formula, 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, so whenever it is 1 minus cos theta, it is 2 sin square theta by 2. Again it is a formula. Instead of theta we can have any value. It is general value. Theta is general value. So instead of that you can have any value. So if you observe here, instead of theta you are having mx, instead of theta you are having nx. In numerator as well as in denominator we are having in that form. So come on and apply the limit numerator and denominator separately, then it is 2 sin square mx by 2, okay, by limit x tends to 0 2 sin square nx by 2, isn't it? Here it is mx, theta is with respect to mx, here theta is with respect to nx. That's why our formula comes like this. So what I said, whenever in limit sign is there, which formula we have to apply? So we have to adjust the problem into limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta form, which is equals to 1. Like this we have to adjust. So we can write this problem as limit x tends to 0 sin square theta sin theta whole square, both are same. So this can be written as sin mx by 2 whole square. Similarly, we can write this as limit x tends to 0 sin nx by 2 whole square. Sin square theta, sin theta whole square, both are same. So what is our theta now? Mx by 2 and whole square is there. That's why we need x square for numerator as well as denominator. So dividing the numerator and denominator with x square, and if x tends to 0, mx tends to 0 only. Sin mx by 2 whole square by x square. Similarly, we can take limit nx tends to 0. We can write this as sin nx by 2 by x square. This is whole square. So we want m square here, right? Or we can take m by 2 whole square at a time. First m square, next by 2 whole square. Why? We want m by 2 whole square here and we want n by 2 whole square here. So we will do multiplying and dividing with m by 2 whole square, m by 2 whole square. And here we will do n by 2 whole square and n by 2 whole square. Okay. And we don't want this m by 2 whole square, this n by 2 whole square. This m by 2 whole square will come along with this one, and this n by 2 whole square will come along this x square. We don't want those values, and they are letters, constants we can write outside. So what happens if we write outside? It is m square by 4 and downwards n square by 4. If mx tends to 0, mx anything tends to 0, that means 0 by anything is again 0 only. So we can write mx by 2 tends to 0 sin mx by 2 by, come on, you take this along with this m by 2 whole square with x square. So mx by 2 whole square. Okay. Similarly, downwards also, if nx tends to 0, nx value is 0, 0 by anything is 0 only. So we can take limit nx by 2 tends to 0. Come on, sin nx by 2 by nx by 2 whole square. Okay. So you can take the limit also inside, right? So it is 1 square, downwards also 1 square, here 4 cancels. So it is m square 1 square by n square 1 square is equal to m square by n square is the answer. This is your second question. Okay, now come to your third question. What is your third question? Observe carefully. Limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x cube by sine cube x is there. So come on, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x cube by sine cube x. Okay, so we can write this as, observe, there are some standard formulas. In the previous class, I think we used this log formula. What is that? In standard form, right? We are having, right? So log of 1 plus x, right, base e by x is equal to 1, right? Limit is also there. Limit x tends to 0. Okay, so log of 1 plus x by x is equal to 1. There is a formula. Okay, so now if you observe here, instead of x we are having x cube. So downwards also, here x is there, downwards x. Here x cube is there, downwards we want x cube. That means we want log of 1 plus x cube by x cube. So we have to divide with the numerator x cube, but we cannot do like that. We have to do with the numerator as well as denominator. So come on, limit x tends to 0, log of 1 plus x cube by x cube by sine x whole cube we can write by x cube. Okay, so now you write the limit for numerator and denominator separately. Okay, so how we will write? Limit x tends to 0. Come on, we can write this as log of 1 plus x cube by x cube whole divided by, observe, limit x tends to 0, sine x by x whole cube. Can we take? Definitely we can take. Okay, so now this is in your formula form. If x tends to 0, that means x value is 0. If you multiply any number of times 0, you will get 0 only. So you can write like this also. Limit x cube tends to 0. Why like that? In the formula, this one, this one, this one, these three must be same, I said. For that sake, you can take limit x cube tends to 0, log of 1 plus x cube by x cube, that is 1, and downwards 1 cube is equal to 1 by 1, and its value is 1 only. Okay, so be careful. Whenever log is there, we have to apply in limits, we have to apply that standard formula. Whenever sine is there, we have to apply this formula. According to that, we have to rearrange the problem, right? So if anything is needed, that should be, suppose if you want to divide with the numerator, you have to divide with the numerator as well as denominator. Suppose if you want to multiply, you have to multiply and divide. Okay, so now come to the fourth question. So what is your fourth question? Limit x tends to 0, x into e to the power of x minus 1. So come on, write down, take the question carefully. X tends to 0, sorry, x into e to the power of x minus 1 by 1 minus cos x. Okay, so you know the formula. What is that formula? 1 minus trigonometry, 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, so here you will have limit x tends to 0 x into e to the power of x minus 1 by, this can be written as 2 sin square x by 2. Formula is in terms of theta, it is general, right? Instead of theta we can have any value. In the problem we are having in terms of x. So 2 sin square x by 2 now. Okay, so next we can write this 1 by 2 outside, right? Limit x tends to 0 x into e to the power of x minus 1 by, we can write this as sin x by 2 whole square. I said so many times sin square theta, sin theta whole square, both are same. According to the situation we will write that value. Okay, so now observe carefully, e to the power of x minus 1 we got so many times in limits, right? That formula, what is that formula? Limit x tends to 0 e to the power of x minus 1 by x is equal to 1. So that means we need e to the power of x minus 1 by x, we need it. And downwards x by 2 whole square is there. So which formula? Generally sin means we will take limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta. So we want x by 2 whole square, right? So for that sake we will apply the limit separately for numerator and denominator. Then we will arrange the values also. E to the power of x minus 1 by limit x tends to 0. Come on, it is sin x by 2 whole square. Okay, so downwards we want x by 2 whole square means numerator as well as denominator must be, right? First you divide with the x square numerator and denominator, or x by 2 whole square also you can take for numerator and denominator. So 1 by 2 limit x tends to 0 x into e to the power of x minus 1 by x by 2 whole square means x square by 4. Okay, by limit x tends to 0 we can write this as sin of x by 2 by x by 2 whole square. Okay, so here 1x will get cancel and bring this value the outside 1 by 2 into 1 by 4, right? Limit x tends to 0 e to the power of x minus 1 by x. 1x get cancel and I have taken the constant outside. By, we can write this as limit x tends to 0 sin x by 2 by x by 2 whole square. Here we can write limit x by 2 tends to 0 also. If any value tends to 0, 0 by anything is 0 only. Okay, so is equal to, here 4 comes upwards, 4 by 2 and what is the value? 1 by, what is the value? 1 square, right? So 2 ones are 2 twos are is equal to 2 into 1. 2 is the answer of your question. Okay, so observe carefully. If you know the formulas, we can easily reduce the problem. We can easily rearrange the problem into that formula form and we will get the answer. If you don't know the formula, we cannot do it. Actually, these are 2 marks problems, but lot of logic will be there, right? You have to apply. See, in this problem we applied 3 formulas. Okay, Actually 4 marks questions, 7 marks questions, with practice you will get it. In 2 marks problems you have to apply your brains, lot of logic will be there. These 2 marks problems will come from for MCET also. Okay, so apply the brain, don't do it blindly. Okay, so now we did all the 4 problems. So in all the 4 problems, if you observe, we used some standard formulas of the limits. In first problem we used limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus x by x base e. This is called base e. Okay, so sometimes they will give this base e, otherwise it is not given. Then also understood base will be e only for the log values. Okay, and in this x, this is formula. So in the formulas, wherever x is there, instead of x you can have any value. It is general form. Formulas will be given in general. That means instead of x we can have 2x, 5x, like that. Okay, so first problem we applied this formula, and the second problem, if you observe, we applied one trigonometric formula, 1 minus cos theta is equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Again theta is general form. Instead of theta you can have any angle. So in your problem you are having upwards 1 minus cos mx, downwards 1 minus cos nx. One is with respect to mx and another one is with respect to nx. So in the formula, wherever theta is there, first we have to take mx and next we have to take nx. Okay, so next, whenever sign limit x tends to 0 sign form is there, we will go for that standard formula, limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta is equal to 1 form. We will go for that formula. And now come to the third one. If you observe, log is there, sine is there. Sine is there in limit means it is confirmed. Limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta is equal to 1. But if log is there, again one standard formula is there, limit x tends to 0 log of 1 plus x by x base e is equal to 1. Okay, so we have to apply that formula. That means according to that formula we have to rearrange, we have to reduce the problem, isn't it? So here again x is general term. Instead of x you can have any value. Here instead of x we are having x cube. So downwards also we need x cube. That's why numerator and denominator are divided by x cube, right? After that you take limit for numerator separately, for denominator separately. Okay. Now come to the fourth question. Whenever in the problem e to the power of x minus 1 is there, again that standard formula. So if you are perfect with the formula, within seconds you will get the idea. Yes, we have to reduce this problem, we have to arrange this problem into that limit x tends to 0 e to the power of x minus 1 by x form. If x is not there, we will divide it, right? So, and downwards 1 minus cos theta form, it is 2 sin square theta by 2. Instead of theta, x is there. So, it is 2 sin square x by 2. Whenever sign in limit, that formula, limit theta tends to 0 sin theta by theta. Whenever e to the power of x minus 1 is there, that formula, limit x tends to 0 e to the power of x minus 1 by x is equal to 1. Whenever log form is there, so this formula, right? These are the standard forms in our limits, right? If you observe the problem, within seconds you will get the idea. Suppose 1 minus cos is there, we will take the trigonometric form and we will convert it into sine. Then we applied the limit formula. Limit formula is with respect to sine only. That's why we have taken that 1 minus cos theta as 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, so practice these problems perfectly. These are the repeated questions, and that's why we are doing lot of problems. And why we are doing lot of problems? From this topic you are going to get 3 or 4 2 marks questions. So they can give any corner of the chapter, from any corner of the chapter. Okay, so practice these problems perfectly. That's all for today. Have a nice day.